to sleep now?
No, washing hands.
All right. So, good evening, brothers and sisters. So it's that time of the day. We're going to be hearing from a couple of select few who have really so much to share. They have a couple of testimonies that they prepared that will really put us in the exact same place, the exact same position, the exact same attitude that they had, and really just to feel their heart, what they were going through. And really these brothers and sisters who are coming up here just really want to convey this heart, really share the blessing that they received out there on the front line or wherever it was, to people like us that weren't there, so we could be able to really feel that same heart and really feel the same blessing. So the first person up is a first-year participant. She hails from my home state of California, and her name is Mako.
Hey, will you bring it?
My name is Mako, and I'm a first-year participant, and I'm from Northern California. And today my testimony is going to be on understanding God's heart. So I'm going to start out with why I came to GPA. Honestly, I feel like I had a pretty good life. I had good friends, good family, good grades, and like my life was set. That's what I felt like. But something in my heart there was always something missing, and really that was actually a big part of my life, which was understanding God and true parents and who they were to me. And so I came to GPA to own my life of faith. And so yeah, I started with fundraising. Definitely not an easy thing to do. But throughout the year, I actually learned to see through God's perspective. I felt like the rejections I received was like how I related to like how I rejected God in my life, or true parents, or my parents in my life. And so, for example, there was this man that I revealed to him. I asked him if he wanted a sun catcher or make a small donation. He gave me $1, and then he was going to choose one out, but I was like, oh, sorry, these actually go for $20 to $40. And he was like, oh, well, give me my $1 back. And at that moment, I felt really like he couldn't, like, I don't know, he couldn't even offer like $1 to like a program like that's doing something awesome, but like I realized that was something I did to God, when things were going well, when external result came, I would push myself, I would invest, but when it stopped coming, I stopped investing, I took that $1 back from God. And so like through things like that, I started understanding God's heart a bit by bit throughout the year. And this competition, there was a particular like situation during competition. I really hit a wall. I hit rock bottom, and I was like at the lowest state ever that I was in my life. Like I faced my shortcomings, and my fallen agents had me really hard, and it was reality. And because of all this, like I saw all this like ugliness, this impurity inside of me, and like I couldn't do anything but really start accusing myself and just hate myself. And really block myself from any love that's been given to me in my life. And I've just felt so unworthy of any love that's been given to me. And so many times I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit, and I wanted to go home because I couldn't face reality and like who I really was. But something I realized inside of me was that if I quit now, that's exactly what Satan wants me to do. To like lose this battle and just go home. But if I quit now, I realized that like all this experience and that I was able to experience this year on GPA would just go to waste, It'd just be a good memory just like my past. And I would never do anything about it, It was just like a good memory. So yeah, I was really determined that I was going to define this circumstance instead of like being defined by my circumstance. And so yeah, that was a turning point in my mindset. And I chose to take responsibility over my actions, and I trusted God that there was some kind of lesson to be learned from this. So I really had to sacrifice a lot of my comforts, which was like I did a dinner fast or prayer or just being vulnerable to my captain. And I had to sacrifice who I was for who I wanted to become. And I chose to, instead of like always feeling unworthy, I chose to become someone that can be worthy of the love that's been given to me. So yeah, it wasn't easy, definitely. And I had to like really train my internal mind because I couldn't run, but to invest internally and be able to make my best offering in that way. But I realized like no matter how much I tried, I was never satisfied with how much I was giving. Yeah, and I realized it wasn't because I wasn't satisfied with my effort that I wasn't giving it, but it was because I couldn't forgive myself or I couldn't love myself. And yeah, even up to the last morning blitz, I just felt like I couldn't do enough, even though I was trying as hard as I can. Felt like I wasn't good enough. And there's this one experience where it was like the last couple of approaches, and I spieled to the man, and I said, I'm trying to give back to God and my parents and become a better daughter for them. Can you help me out? And yeah, he took the Jesus sun catcher, and he said to me that God and Jesus are so proud of you, and I want you to remember that. And it just like hit me so hard. Like, how is it that God can keep loving me even though I failed him so many times or I've hurt him over and over again? And yeah, I felt like at that moment I was exposed to God's unconditional love that he's always had for me, even though I was so blind to it because my heart wasn't open enough. And yeah, so from then on, like my internal goal of give back to God wasn't just for a fundraising commission. It wasn't just for fundraising. I was determined to really live by it, give back to God for the rest of my life. And something Reverend Hendricks said one time was, a sacrifice is something you don't want to give up. An offering is something you willingly want to give. And there's a difference between a sacrifice and an offering. And so, yeah, coming back, I committed to offer my life to God and to parents. And because God was always there to catch me when I fell, and I wanted to be there for him too. So, yeah, I feel like the best thing I can do to support God right now is to be able to use this lesson that I learned, being able to give it to others by really committing to second year and offering that year up to God. And yeah, I know I'm definitely not the most qualified, but I really wanted to give this year up to God, or just like really make that offering to God really wholeheartedly, and just do everything the best that I can. And yeah, I just really wanted to thank all my captains and all the core staff, and all my past captains, Yukipa, Kursopa, Johi Oni, Kimi Oni, Kristen Oni, and especially Urban Opa, and Kendall Zarn, thank you so much. And yeah, without you guys, I really wouldn't be standing here right now, so thank you.